Hey everyone, today I want to give you a quick tutorial on how to create watermarks on your images in Lightroom Classic. This is a great tool if you're trying to export team and individual photos and you want to have like the league logo on the print, or if you're just trying to export your own personal images and you want to have your photographer's logo on it. So there's not really any limit to the ways you can use this tool, so let's go ahead and jump in and I'll show you just a couple practical applications. To start, we're going to select all of our images and we're going to click the export button here. And then down here we've got the option for watermarking. So I'm going to click this and we're going to click Edit Watermarks. And what I want to do is we're going to use a graphic. So we'll click here. And then we're going to load in a graphic. I've got a couple different samples I'm going to show you. So the first one is just a transparent PNG. And so I'll load that in. You can kind of see it goes down there on the bottom left. And we've got some options on how it displays. And so instead of having the logo all the way on the edge, I want to inset it a little bit, both from the, up from the bottom as well as over from the side. I think that looks about right. And then the size we can adjust as well. And so you can kind of go as big or as little as you want. I think in this case I'm just going to do a smaller watermark like that. These options for fit and fill. Fit is not too bad. It basically stretches it from side to side. Fill, on the other hand, is trying to use the entire design from top to bottom. And so I can't quite imagine off the top of my head a scenario that you'd want to use fill. Fit's not so bad, but I think proportional, at least for this example, is going to look best. So I'll go ahead and click Save. And we can name this new preset. I'm just going to name it Logo 1. There we go. And now when we click Export, it will put that logo on every single image, whether it's horizontal or vertical, and it'll put it in the same spot in the bottom left-hand corner. Now let's go ahead and let's take a look at some other options that we have for watermarks. So I'm going to click here, Edit Watermarks. And what we're going to do is we're going to change the graphic. So instead of the one that we had previously, I'm going to click here, we're going to use this one. It's a JPEG image with more of a white banner. So we'll choose that. We can see it's not quite where we want it, and so once again, I think for this example, using not the fill option, the fit option does a pretty good job of setting it in just right. And then I'm going to remove the inset off of both of these so that it now just stretches edge to edge. We have options like where to anchor it. Doesn't really make a difference on this design, but it can be useful in other designs. For the sake of this example, we're just going to put this down at the bottom like that. We can adjust the opacity if we want to. I kind of think that on this example I'm just going to leave it at 100%. But you can imagine that if you're working with a little league or you're doing a group's set of photos and you want to have like maybe the event logo or the school logo, anything like that, you can create this custom design yourself in Photoshop and then just import it in and add it to every single image. And so it gives it a nice professional and polished look. So let's go ahead and just click Save. And we'll call this Logo 2. There we go. And then the last option I want to show you is just using a simple text logo. And so this is great for when you're just trying to show that the image is copywritten. So it currently has the word copyright in there, and we can add in additional details if we want, but for the sake of this example, that's about all that we need. We can choose whether to align it left, center, or right. Again, if it's already kind of fitting the entire box, then that doesn't make a huge difference. So we have the option to turn on a drop shadow as well, which is super helpful when you're doing if you're working with a contrasty image, or maybe your images have a lot of variety in the tonality. And so obviously a white text on a white cat is going to disappear, and the same thing with a darker colored text on a dark cat. And so having that option to turn on the drop shadows kind of makes it universally functional on a wide variety of images. And so this is where we've got those options. We can also, if we want to drop the opacity of the watermark, we can do that. If you want to put it right over the center of the image so you can make sure that your clients aren't stealing the image, you can do that as well. Alright, so we'll go ahead and click Save, and this will just be copyright for. Alright, now one last thing that I want to show that's really cool. In a previous video we showed how you can make packages and save them as user templates. So I want to just show you here, we've got our class package 1. This effectively makes every single student or every single image in this file, in this grouping, get the same set of prints. And so everyone gets one 8x10, two 5x7s, and 8 wallets. let's say that we wanted to add a logo to these. All we have to do is click here where it says watermarking, and we can select from our options. And so we had logo 1, which was with the transparent background. We also had logo 2, which creates just the white border along the bottom. Or if you want to show the copyright, then you can do that as well, and it puts it over every single image. So this is a great way to be able to not only print a large set of package prints, but also have a logo on each and every image. And as you can see, the logo even scales up and down in size depending on the size of the image and the size of the print. I hope this video is helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the notes below, and we'll be happy to answer them as quick as we can. Thanks.